Now let's move to the next question. Who was the Tsar of Russia in 1917? The correct answer is Nicholas II. Okay, Tsar Nicholas II was the Emperor of Russia in 1917. Okay, what is his name? Tsar Nicholas II. The next question. In which country was Weimar Republic formed after the World War One? Okay, so when the World War One was over, Germany, during the World War One, basically Germany was ruled by Kaiser William II. Okay, Kaiser William II was the emperor of Germany, and during the World War One, basically Germany was defeated. So when Germany was defeated, it had to suffer a lot of losses, and Kaiser William II, who was initially a dictator, he was hated by the public for his actions, okay, for this entire action of getting into a war with the other countries, because of which the entire country had to suffer because of this emperor. And then he was basically sent into exile from Germany. So after Kaiser William II went out, so monarchy was basically suppressed and a democratic government came up. So when this democratic government came up, it was basically by the Weimar Republic. The name was Weimar Republic, okay, and it was in Germany. I hope this point is very, very clear. Next question, find out which statement mentioned below is true. Okay, which of the following statements mentioned below is true? Hitler came to power in Italy. Hitler deliberately violated the Treaty of Versailles. Hitler was a poor orator and Hitler encouraged the Jews. So 1, 3 and 4 are clearly incorrect. Hitler deliberately violated the terms of the Treaty of Versailles. Treaty of Versailles said that the Rhineland was given to the possession of Lithuania, Denmark and Poland. Similarly, some of the areas were also given to the France, right? So it removed itself. It deliberately violated the terms of Treaty of Versailles and took away the Rhineland from these countries. Okay, so option B is correct here. Let's move on to the next question. Who has written the Odia novel Chhamana Athagunta? So the correct answer is Fakir Mohan Senapati. The next question, where did Mahatma Gandhi start his first satyagraha? So is it South Africa, is it Khed, Champaran, Nagpur? So first satyagraha movement was actually started. If the question would be first satyagraha movement in India, okay, in India, then the answer would be Champaran, okay, right? But if we talk about entire satyagraha movement, then the first movement was done in South Africa. So when Mahatma Gandhi was in South Africa, he had formed the Natal India Congress in South Africa, right? And over there, the residents of India were considered brown and were considered equivalent to the blacks, right, or the Africans, and there they were mistreated, right? So by seeing the plight of these Indians, Mahatma Gandhi decided to launch the Satyagraha movement there in Africa first, and then when he came to India, he also implemented the Satyagraha process here in Champaran. So the question is very, very clear. If it is simply said the Satyagraha movement was started where, the answer should be South Africa. Where was Satyagraha movement first done in India? Then the answer should be Champaran. And coming to India, there's some another important thing I can say. So you can remember just cake, okay? Just remember cake. Champaran, Ahmedabad, Khed, okay. So these three are the places where Gandhiji conducted Satyagraha in the first 3 years when he came back. So Gandhiji, as you know, he came in the year 1915 to India, right? After that, Champaran Satyagraha was conducted in the year 1917, then in the year 1918. Both Ahmedabad Satyagraha as well as Khed Satyagraha was done, okay? So this is the answer now. Let's see the next question. Whose cause did Mahatma Gandhi champion in organizing Satyagraha movement in Ahmedabad in 1918? So again, I'm talking about this cake only. In the Champaran Satyagraha, okay, in the Champaran Satyagraha, Champaran is basically a place in Bihar, and Rajkumar Shukla invited Gandhiji to come and look into that place of Champaran, and basically the peasants there, they were oppressed because of the indigo cultivation. Okay, indigo cultivation was done there. The people were forced that you have to grow indigo only. So there Mahatma Gandhi started Satyagraha, and the people were relieved of indigo cultivation. So that was done in 1917. Then in the year 1918, Ahmedabad Satyagraha and Khed Satyagraha was done. But first Ahmedabad Satyagraha was done, where in a cotton mill, there was basically a cotton mill, and in the cotton mill, the workers were to get a bonus. right? But simultaneously the plague struck was there, okay? The plague struck the city, and because of which the owners decided they won't issue the bonus, right? The workers were already working at a very low wage, so they demanded a hike in their salary and also the bonus. So because of which they started the satyagraha, right? Then Gandhiji came and Gandhiji said that do not ask for 100% increase in your salary, ask for a 30%, okay? They were initially asking for 50% hike, okay? They were asking, the workers were asking, give us 50% hike in our salaries plus the bonus. Gandhiji said, ask for only 30%, they will be in a position to give it. And then the satyagraha was done along with Gandhiji sitting with them. So in Ahmedabad, the cotton mill workers agenda was addressed. In the Khed Satyagraha, the agriculture farmers, okay, the agricultural farmers were addressed here. The agricultural farmers didn't want to give such a huge tax because the cultivation wasn't good, there wasn't rain, they didn't want to give the tax. However, the Britishers, despite they violated the rules, okay, the Britishers violated the rules. Earlier the rules were that if there is no rainfall, if there is no rainfall or if there is less rainfall, the production is hit, then the Britisher won't ask for the taxes, okay? The Britisher won't ask for the taxes. If the farmers want, they can give it by themselves, otherwise they won't be asked. But here the Britishers were asking it forcibly. So Gandhiji said that again we have to start a satyagraha, okay? So they started a satyagraha and the taxes were upheld, okay? The taxes were waived off. So in a nutshell, I discussed about all the three agendas at one place. I hope this will be very, very helpful for you. As you know, this question has been time and again repeated, so maybe this will be of great help to you, right? So here, who caused the Mahatma Gandhi championship? Whose cause did Mahatma Gandhi champion in organizing Satyagraha movement in Ahmedabad? So the correct answer is cotton mill workers. Now let's move to the next question. What was the date fixed for observing countrywide hartal in the protest against Rowlatt Act? Okay, so protest against Rowlatt Act, for this, when the Rowlatt Act came, it was a very brutal act. It permitted that people can be jailed for 2 years without any trial, without any hearing. Any person under suspicion can be jailed, okay? So to protest against this act, a date was fixed that all the people will gather together in a particular place and they will discuss about this one. This was on 6th of April 1919, okay? And following this one, the Jallianwala Bagh tragedy happened on 13th of April 1919, okay? Let's move to the next question. Who presided over the Lahore session of Indian National Congress in December 1929? So this question was also asked in the last year, right? This is a repeated question. So the president is Jawaharlal Nehru. That is why, see, in the previous question it was given in which session. There was a demand of complete independence and the answer was Lahore session. And this question is in the Lahore session, who was the president? So when I was teaching you that part, I also said you ki who is the president. Now see, the question has also been the same, okay? So I hope now you might be able to understand why I'm explaining the entire agenda in the question, okay? So when you see a particular chapter, do read all the points that are relevant to that particular thing, okay? It's basically a free advice for you, okay? लेना है तो ले सकते हो. Next question, who was the Viceroy of India when the Salt Satyagraha began in the year 1930? So when the Salt Satyagraha began in the year 1930, he was Lord Irwin, who was the Viceroy of India. And simultaneously, when Gandhiji was in the midst of the civil disobedience movement, see, I'm talking about the civil disobedience movement started in the year 1930, okay? Here Gandhiji started with merely 70 followers and gradually millions of followers came out to help Gandhiji, right? The Britishers were infuriated and they were again and again demanding Gandhiji to leave the civil disobedience movement and come to the roundtable conference which was to be held in London to discuss about the issues, to which Gandhiji denied. Now because of that, the Lord Irwin, okay, initially Lord Irwin was given a letter also to which he did not take any action. After that, Lord Irwin came and said Gandhiji that please leave the civil disobedience movement and come to London. And only then, see, basically these millions of followers of Gandhiji, all the leaders of the civil disobedience movement were put behind the bars, okay? They were all jailed, all of them were jailed, okay? So Lord Irwin gave a condition that either you leave the civil disobedience movement and come to the RTC, otherwise I won't leave these people from the jail, okay? There were women, there were children brutally beaten up, okay? So this was the thing. So Gandhiji had to do this, and in 1931, through a pact called as the Gandhi-Irwin Pact, the treaty was finally signed. Okay, so Lord Irwin was the person. Now let's move to the next question. What was the response of the Indian women toward the salt satyagraha? So the correct answer is they participated in a large number. They participated in a very large number. Next question, some of the examples also I can give during the salt satyagraha. Who were the women who participated? For example, Sarojini Naidu, she participated. Usha Mehta, Aruna Asaf Ali. Okay, these all women, they participated. Okay, in the civil disobedience movement. Similarly, from Odisha also women were not less. For example, Rama Devi Chaudhary. Okay, Malti Devi. They all participated in this one. Annapurna Devi. They all participated in the civil disobedience movement. Now the next question, which of the following is written in the correct chronological order of the given events? Okay, so Chauri Chaura incident, Gandhi Irwin Pact, second roundtable conference, and Dandi March. So the Chauri Chaura incident, what is this incident basically related to? So when the non-cooperation movement started in 1920, Gandhiji was very serious that keep the things as non-violent. Okay, do other to non-violence. However, in Chauri Chaura incident, Chauri Chaura is basically it is a village in the Gorakhpur district of UP, where the people, they became unruly and they also attacked the police over there, right? So violence was basically adopted here. This happened in the year 1922, and following this incident, the non-cooperation movement was brought to an halt. It was stopped. So this happened in 1922. Then Gandhi Irwin Pact, just I said, 1931. Second Roundtable Conference, 1932. And then Dandi March. Dandi March happened in the year 1930. Okay. So the correct answer, I think, is Chauri Chaura incident, then Dandi March, then Gandhi Irwin Pact, and second roundtable conference. Option D is correct here, not option A. Okay, option D is correct. Chauri Chaura incident 1922, the Dandi March 1913. Okay, then Gandhi Irwin Pact 1931, and then second roundtable conference 1932. Okay, late 1931, 1932 we can say. Which part of the Indian Constitution mentions that the state shall endeavor to promote the international peace and security? So part 4 stands for the DPSP. Okay, part 4 stands for the DPSP, and in DPSP article 51 says that India shall strive to promote international peace and security. So whatever the outside rules are there by United Nations or by any other thing, we have also the task to maintain the international peace and security. That means we won't disrupt the peace and harmony of the world.